Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're regular here, you know I review many photographic, audio and video related products. Well, today we're taking a look at a battery. Now most of us don't find batteries particularly exciting. We use them like the little Sony batteries we use in our Sony cameras, the little Nikon batteries we use in our Nikon cameras. So, you know, a battery is a necessity to actually power you know, our camera gear and audio gear, lighting and what have you. So when Andy Cine reached out to me and asked me would I review their latest battery, I said yes, because I do love their products. I use a lot of their products. I think they're really, really good. But I thought, well, a battery, okay, a battery's a battery. Well, in fact, it's a great, great product. And I'm going to go through why I love this product. I'm really pleased they sent it to me. I'm going to find it incredibly useful here in the studio. And here it is, the WIMAXIT 99 Energy. And it's called a 99 Energy because it's a 99 watt-hour battery, which to most of us probably doesn't sound a great deal, but when you consider the likes of the little Sony battery, which will give you about 2 hours in 4K video on the 6700, a little bit longer on the 6600, that's only a 16.4 watt hour battery. And the Nikon EL15 Bianci is a 14 point whatever, 14 around about 14 watt hour battery, and that will give you about an hour and a half, maybe just over an hour in 4K video. So when you consider this one is 99 watt hours, you're getting about 5 times the power if you're just using this battery to power one item. So instead of getting 2 hours out of your Sony camera, 10 hours plus you'll get from your Sony camera. But the great thing with this battery, it hasn't just got the one output. This battery is a V-mount battery, so that's great because a lot of professional producers use V-mount plates. So you can actually mount it on the back of a camera. I've got it mounted with a V-mount adapter to mount to either a lighting stand if you're powering lights with it, a microphone stand if you want to power microphone recording equipment. So just unclip it and there we go, and on the back there is your standard V-mount. So that just literally goes on and off like so. Very quick and easy, very firm fitting, and that's a great design. So standard V-mount fitting, it only weighs 550 grams. So if you have got this mounted on the back of your camera, then it's not going to weigh that much, but it's going to power everything that you've got on your rig. It has your USB-C and standard USB. Let's just get that flap open. So it's got USB-C and standard USB output, so you can power your cameras, you can power your iPads, you know, whatever you might want to power with that. So for example, if I plug the battery into my camera, so I can take USB-C out, my Sony camera uses USB-C, so I can power that up by plugging that straight into the camera. Let's plug that into there. And then the light will come on and it will tell you how much juice is left in the battery. It'll also tell you on this display here what the draw is. So that will increase depending on how many items you got plugged into the battery. So I think that's a great feature as well. It's constantly telling you and informing you what you've got left, what juice is being drawn from the battery. And if you want to check it periodically, there's a little button on the side here, push that in, and then the display will come on so you can actually check, you know, what is left in the battery and what the draw is. And then that'll just power up. Now you can see I've got it plugged into my Sony a6700, and then on the display, if you can see that, it shows you that it's running off mains power. So that is, you know, great feature. But I could leave that plugged in, but I could also plug in via Dtap, because it's got 2 Dtap connections on each side. It's got one on each side, so I can plug in, for example, I've got a standard Dtap cable here that goes to a standard pin connection, so I can plug a Dtap cable into there. That just goes into the side, so and then plug that into my monitor. So not only have I got me, let's power that on, you can see that's going to come on now. So not only have I got my camera running off this battery, I've got my monitor running off this battery, and then I can plug a light into it. So, you know, it's very, very flexible. There we go, it's come up now. I don't know if you can see that, it's not very clear, is it? But that is actually on. Oh, you can see that now. Yeah, so that's come on. So it's powering my monitor, it's still powering the camera. You can see there, the camera is still running on mains power, and then I can check to see how that's doing by just pushing the button on the side. So, and then the display will show you, you know, the drawer will also show you what is left in the battery. And I think that is brilliant. Now, one of the features I like about this particular V-mount battery is that you can charge it via USB-C. So the USB-C connection is in input and output, which is great because other V-lock batteries I've bought in the past completely rely on a V-lock battery charger, and they're a pain in the butt because if you lose the charger or you forget to take it with you if you're going out somewhere, then you can't charge the battery up. At least with this particular one, you can charge it via a MacBook Pro charger, via anything that is USB-C. I've got a USB-C charger on my desk and I charge it up using that. But as I say, it's flexibility, I think, that wins for me, and it's very, very high amp hour. As I say, 99 watt amp hour compared to what the camera has, which is 16 watt amp hour. So you could run a light, a monitor, your camera, sound recorder, and you'd still get several hours worth of, you know, use before the battery runs flat. And then just use your USB-C cable to charge the battery up. You don't have to worry about Dtap cables. But because the Dtap connections are in and out, you can charge it via a Dtap cable if you so wished. I use the Dtap cable purely to power the likes of my monitor. Obviously there's no signal going into my monitor, but I would use it for that. So yeah, very, very flexible battery, and the fact that you can just use the V-mount like that, I think I've knocked a battery on the floor yet, use it like that, I think is fabulous. So there's the two Dtap connections, so there's one on that side, and then obviously there's one on that side. I've got that Dtap cable powering the monitor going into that, and it just literally plugs in like so. And then your USB-C connections, as I said earlier, and normal USB-A ports on the top there. The display is on the top here. It's also angled, which is really handy because if you've got this mounted on the back of a camera, it's angled at a nice angle so you can actually clearly see the display. If you're the camera person behind the camera, you can see the display. And as I say, to activate the display, there's a little kind of hidden little button on the side there. Push that in and then the display will light up. Let's do that again. It doesn't stay on for long. There's a display. It will light up and tell you what the usage is, what's running, and what have you. As a standard V-mount fitting on the back, and only 550 grams. So if you do want to just use it, stick it on the table. You don't need to use the V-mount to actually use it. You can just run it off the table, just put it down on the table, and you know, away you go. It also has a BP electrode interface. I actually have no idea what that is, but that is on the bottom there. That's for external power sources. I don't know how you use that, but most V-mount batteries seem to have them. Wouldn't be of any use to me because I wouldn't know what connections I would need to get that to work. But it is there anyway, if that's the sort of kit that you want to use with this battery. I'll leave a link in the description below with all the specs that this battery has. It's much better than me trying to explain all the specifications. I'm not very good at that when it comes to batteries, but I'll leave that link in the description below. So there you have it. That's the WIMAXIT 99 Energy USB-C Dtap V-mount battery. I think it's a great product. I'd like to thank Andy Tilly for sending it to me for review. Really appreciate that. What I say in this video is my own thoughts on this battery. They haven't asked me to say anything specific. They haven't actually said anything at all. They've literally just sent me the battery and no money has transferred hands. So what I say is my own opinion and it isn't theirs, and they won't see it any sooner than you seeing it. So there we go. That's a WIMAXIT 99 Energy battery. Links are in the description of this video. great little VMAX battery I shall use on a regular basis here in the studio. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos relating to video photography, podcasting, so on and so forth. Cheers for now. Bye.